peaches. This is my I'll be right back video pause screen. Thank you so much for joining. While you're waiting for me to come back, please don't forget to like the video, share the video with anyone who may find it interesting, and please check if you're subscribed. Please, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I have a website, Patreon, YouTube, and TikTok, all at the same catlovedreamingpeach.com. Please join me. Please. Welcome you to join me, to engage in positivity. This channel is about healing. That means the dreams that we have while we are asleep, in our hopefully in our cozy beds, as well as the dreams that we have for our lives that we'd like to manifest. To help you learn how to heal from your unseen traumas and your known wounds, how to learn how to love yourself through the act of learning to like yourself, how to become a happier, healthier person, and how to have a healthy relationship with yourself, first of all, so that every relationship that you endeavor to have will be positive, healing, mutually beneficial, whether it's with your parents, with your siblings, with your friends, with your loved ones, romantic partners, spouse, aunts, uncles, cousins, with potential clients and potential supervisors, managers, bosses. Hello, my lovely peaches. Thank you for joining. Thank you for jumping in. I am going to play that video on silent as I continue to prepare. I'm letting some people join the stream as I get prepared to go into my rant. So I'm going to flip the screen back around. Welcome. If you want to join me and be here while I do a kind of off-the-cuff rant about my day, as well as my continued thoughts about up-leveling myself, then please stick around. I'm going to flip it back and put on the I'm about to jump on live screen. I just wanted to say hello, and I see some people coming in. If you don't feel like waiting and you want to jump out, I understand that. However, please give it a like and hit subscribe before you go or while you're here, and I will join the stream very shortly. Thank you. Potential business partners, potential employees, whether you have customers, clients. I'm taking a break because maybe I am doing something with my children, who you might hear playing some music in the background right now, or might need to go take care of some food or some laundry, or might have to run down to get the grocery delivery. share the video, subscribe to Cat Love Dreaming Peach. I'll be right back. Please feel free to take this break to go run and get something to drink, grab a snack, maybe go to the restroom, check your text messages, or get up and take a quick stretch, move your body for a moment, and I will be back to join you to continue this live stream that hopefully you are enjoying. I appreciate your patience. Live stream. All right, guys, here I am. Let me just pause that. I'll be back. Hello, thank you for joining. Thank you for popping in to my spontaneous second live stream of the day, although it's 7:55 p.m. Hello, my name is Kat. I am Cat Love Dreaming Peach and Love Living Peach, and I have a couple of disclaimers. So let's see, I'm going to play this.
Hello, my sweet peaches. This live video is going to be me chatting off the cuff about my day, how it went, what I had hoped to do, I didn't do, what I'm going to do tomorrow and the rest of the week, and continuing my conversation about uploading my mindset and
the way I see and perceive myself in the world, financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally.
This is going to be a continuation of the series I've been doing live, streaming to be a voice of inspiration as I discussed what's going on with me and do a guided meditation rant style live stream.
This is a safe space that I am curating for my tribe.
Your vibe attracts your tribe.
And this vibe is inclusive, loving for all people of all levels of melanination. It's not the color of your skin.
Your hair, your religion, who you love, what you believe, or any of those things that will make me yeet you or welcome you, unless you just came here to cause harm to me or those I care about.
Hello, Mr. Possessive. Hello, Jonathan.
My boundaries are that anyone who follows comments fall under these categories. You will be ignored, yeeted, and deleted.
Yikes.
If I accidentally engaged with someone and then realized that they were just trolling, they will be deleted. Join me.
In return.
So that's my little disclaimer. I wrote it up, and then I had the AI voice on naturalreaders.com read it for me in a little disclaimer. So hello, welcome. I could put my little flag up just to wave my flag, and then I want to light an incense. Which one should I go with? One sec. Welcome, Mr. Possessive, Jonathan, Tremmel. Let's see, I pulled out Gardenia. So how's everybody doing? Hello, the most fabulous one, to you too. Ooh. See, this is why I need to have it up on the screen like this. Let's see, maybe I'm trying to get it so that I'm not like looking down. Oh, let's see. Nope, that's not gonna work. Let's see if I can make it look more like if I'm reading the comments, but like almost as if I'm looking on the screen instead of... Gardenia is fancy, Mr. Possessive says. I like it. Anyway, I did not get everything done today that I had intended to get done. I started a bit later than I anticipated. I've been working towards learning to be more focused, learning to Hold on, I'm sorry, 1 second. I've got my kids here, and sometimes I have to interact or whatever it is. So when I do a little pause or whatever, please, thank you for your patience. Thank you in advance for understanding that I'm a busy mom of 2, and I live stream in the middle of living life. So I live stream. The purpose of this video is for me to talk to myself and those who've chosen to join me because for whatever reason, you find me interesting, you like the way my room looks, you like my on-air sign even though it's backwards, and that you're either a part of the LGBTQ plus or you're an ally. You want a safe space where you can chill, where you can talk about up-leveling yourself, where you're not going to be judged for who you are unless you fall into the categories on my unwelcome list, which if you want to know, you can rewind. Also, it's in the description box, so you're super duper gay and you feel safe here. Yay! I'm super duper happy to curate a space where I feel safe and that the people who are joining my live feel safe, and that you know that I've got your back, and that I know that the people who I allow to be a part of this curated space are going to, you know, work towards making yourself clearly a safe place, a safe person. You recognize that I'm a safe person, and that you want to engage with others who are also safe, but that it's like I said, it's kumbaya, fuck you. We're all one and all loving, but there's no tolerance for those who just came to harm. Hello, Brian Folk. How are you? I agree. Stop the genocide. So I am going to chat. Hold on 1 second. I need to pause another second. That's why I have this cute little screen for your entertainment while I work through this live.
Exactly.
I'm gonna mute it. All right, let me get to it. Hello. Hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. I am now going to go into my self-reflective, introspective way of sharing with myself some insight, and then that will be shared out to you. Thank you for hanging out. It's Tuesday night. It's October 7th, 2025. It's 8:02 p.m. I am from the US in the northeast coast area. And so I had been, the last few months, I have been aware that I want my YouTube channel to shift because I'm not as devoted to doing long videos about, well, hello, Mr. Possessive. Neighbor, hello, neighbor. I'm not interested in doing these long form videos about true crime anymore. The only one that I think that I would get really interested in, and of course, I don't know if that will change, but at this point, I'm kind of like over it because of how unjust it is and how frustrating it is. Hey, neighbor. And so my channel was originally meant to be a self-healing tool where I do self-therapy video sessions, and then by editing them and sharing them, that's another type of therapy for myself. like when I sit here and I pour out my heart and I get into the zone, the flow, that's one kind of energy release and sharing. And then when I go back and listen to it and edit it, then I'm receiving it, and then I can become like my own therapist. True crime is super interesting, but seems like the implicit negativity could take a toll. That's another huge aspect of it. Yes, Mr. Possessive, that I do try to focus on healing from trauma, and the true crime stuff is dark, and it's it can be fascinating, but there's violence and deceit and all these things, so there's only so much of it I can take. Jack said cupcake energy. I called it, she said, energy. Yes, energy. We are vibrational energy. We are vibrational beings. And we can shift how we think about ourselves, how we show up, how we view ourselves. And okay, there's 2 jacks, 1 and 2. Right, a lot of people identify with the darkness and they don't know how to utilize that as their own curriculum for their growth, and you know, they just wallow in it without having the ability to use it as a springboard for your own growth. And okay, so hold on while I do a little housekeeping. Okay, and hello everyone. I'm gonna put my I'll be right back screen back on just for a moment so I can deal with for a few minutes. All right, let me turn it back off. It does have sound, but then sometimes I have to mute because, you know, if I'm like talking out with my kids, and then I just need to mute for a moment so that I can have a moment of privacy while I am talking to my kids. Okay, so I'm back over here. Let me make sure that I see the live chat. So again, I have the description of this video in the description box. You can also scroll back to the beginning if you want to listen to some things. Thank you so much for wishing my family well, and myself, I hope the same for you. So earlier in the week, I've been doing some lives where I talk about what's going on with me work-wise and how I'm trying to shift, how I organize my day, how I, instead of taking my kids to school, coming home, doing chores for most of the morning, and then getting like an hour worth of work, then running out to pick up my younger son, and then coming back home, and then I have like 40 minutes, and it's like it's so cut up the time in the afternoon that I end up not really getting back to doing any work. Thank you, Genome, that you like my audience and my background. Yep, I am trying to curate an audience of people who are safe and welcome, and also want to be in a safe, welcome place, and except for I also want people who believe that it's not your job, it's not our job to make space and room for racists and you know, all the terrible isms that I mentioned in my description box and in the beginning of the video. That it's nice to be in a place where you can talk about healing from trauma. You can learn how to navigate your mind so that you can organize your day and be better focused and achieve more of the things that you want to achieve, and to F all those isms, and to just, you know, basically hang out with and maybe get some new ideas from someone, me, that might have insights into the way how I am using the way, the mind training that I've done from the Buddhist teachers and the Lojong slogans and my own meditations and my own psychological, introspective, self-reflective psychoanalysis of myself, and all of these things that I've lived through, and how I am doing the work for myself to heal from those traumas that for many, many, many years were disassociated, repressed, held back, but yet creating this incredibly toxic environment inside of me. The way I saw myself, the way I saw myself in a romantic relationship, the way I saw myself in relationship to myself, to my body, to my career, to the level of money that I could imagine myself earning, and to the things that I allowed myself to take time. Hi, Thomas. Hi, and Sony. Like it really does affect every aspect of your life, your friendships, your relationship to food, your relationship to religion, maybe your relationship to your sexuality, or to how you want to express yourself. For a long time, I felt not any particular person. I mean, there were some boyfriends that made me feel, tried and succeeded in making me feel bad because I don't want to wear makeup. I don't want to be tits out and high heels and mini skirts. And, I have had some boyfriends who that was their expectation. And, they didn't last long because I was like, well, then I ain't the girl for you. And you ain't the boy for me, because that is not me, and that's not who I want to be, and that's not what I'm going to do. So, yeah, I had a few moments where I dressed, sexy, and I maybe wore some heels, but they'd always be, to flip-flops by the end of the night or whatever it is. Thank you, Genome. True to quality. Yeah, it's so important that, and the reason why I yeet so many people without any hesitation, if they say one thing that makes it clear to me, that is not my vibe, I yeet you. Because while, yeah, it would be great to have millions of followers, and, I could maybe say to some of my clients, you know what, I love you, it's been great working with you, but actually I'm making money with videos, and just doing what comes naturally to me, and that's supporting me. But I'm nowhere near that at this point. This is what I'm doing right now. This is charity work because I'm not getting paid. I could technically be working on work for a client, but so what I'm also realizing is I really need to, although I've always been a late person and a night person and a night owl, I have also, well, I'm getting older, and my priorities are shifting, and the way I want to navigate in the world is shifting, and I ignore, yeet, and delete, and religious zealots are not welcome here because that makes it unsafe for others. People who cannot, I am talking about what I believe. Some people think of Buddhism as a religion. I don't really think of it as a religion because there's no God that you worship, and everybody can learn to become a Buddha. There's the Buddha inside all of us. Training, mind training, and training to be a bodhisattva, that is what I think Buddhism is. Buddhism is a personal, of course, there's people who live in the monastery and they devote their lives to it, and it becomes a community. But even in that, Right, you don't have to label it, you know? Like, I took classes in university learning about religions. Um, I my mom is Catholic, so I learned a little bit, but she never like really pushed her religion, and she mostly just was private about it. My dad was an atheist, so you know, he didn't he didn't care that she was religious, but she wasn't like super religious, you know, she was like religious light. But when I found Buddhism, it was something that really rang true to me, because Buddhism is just a quest, a lifelong quest to get to know yourself, to get to realize that there is no actual inherent self that is you. And that ultimately you can train your mind to think about things in a different way, in a healthier way, that will allow you to benefit from that. You know, it's really for your own benefit. Well, for me, it's for my own benefit. It's, you know, so there's a huge difference between control and clamp down and disassociation and repression and regression and ignoring and pretending something isn't there in your mind, like the trauma that you went through and how you are dealing with it or not, or how you think you're dealing with it, but how you actually are. And then there's mind training, which is not about control and clamping down and, you know, like conversion therapy kind of thing, but about, it would be like the difference between wrestling a bicycle, like literally on the ground wrestling a bicycle and getting all cut up and fucked up by it. That's like the repression and the disassociation, and that's like trying to control yourself, trying to control who you are, trying to control what you can think about, trying to control what you remember or how you feel, all that stuff. That is wrestling with a bicycle. Getting on the bike and learning how to ride that bike, and learning how to ride that bike in a safe way so that you can actually go somewhere, you know, use that fucking shit to get somewhere if you want to. That's what my channel is about. Hold on, I gotta take a sip of watering. Thank you, it just came to my mind. I'm gonna water myself like the plant that I am. So let me pop on my little I'll be back little screen. You can read the words because I'm muting it. And I'm back. Maybe I should get up, and I really do need to start stretching, but I don't want to do that because that's not what this stream is about right now. What this stream is about is I wanted to talk a little bit about, so I've been struggling in a way to get clients, you know, get, and then I have the clients, and then I've been working towards getting enough work from those clients so that I can basically be working full time and earning more money. And so now I'm at the point where I've got the work, I've got the clients, I've got the new laptop that I have to start learning how to use Premiere Pro and After Effects. It's time for me to start up leveling how, you know, how I edit videos and those skills. And it's time for me to say, okay, I'm not working 20 hours a week now with like 20 hours free to just do whatever I want. I'm working 40 plus hours a week where I have so much responsibility. I have 2 kids doing a bunch of different stuff. Hello, hold on. I'm so sorry. My kids are 1 second. Sorry guys, sorry I have to keep popping popping you onto the Be Right Back screen, but I thought that it makes it a little less boring than me just like pausing and like going like this because I'm talking to my kids or something. So anyway, also they realize that I'm on a live, so but it's almost dinner time, so I have to get that going. So the main point of this video, other than to just kind of talk about the fact that I have been enjoying jumping on these lives in the morning and in the evening to encourage myself. So I feel like I'm gaining some new subscribers, but because I've been being so specific about my boundaries, about the kind of thank you, what a world. Thank you. So I also have to balance between reading the comments and trying to stay on point with what I'm saying. And yes, I have bills to pay. But so I also, like I really want to, hi, Emmanuel. I really want to utilize, like I might have time right now where I want to hang out and I kind of want to like enjoy being up. But I'm just like, I'm really just mentally tired. Like I don't want to edit the client's video right now. I'll rather do that in the morning. So the point of what I'm saying is that I wanted to have more clients. I finally got the clients, and now between the client work and my responsibilities with my kids and the responsibilities like taking care of my apartment and the responsibilities of eating healthy and taking time to walk and start exercising again and stretching, and what I'm working on getting more of those kind of clients. And I don't have a man. I am my own man. So I mean I'm not a man. I'm single and not mingling, and so therefore I am my own help. My kids' dad is in their lives, but he doesn't live here, and he's about an hour away. So he does have them, but 90% of the time they're with me. And he lives pretty far away, and he also works kind of far away, close enough to have them every weekend, but too far to take them to school, to pick them up from school, or do any of that stuff. So all of that is on me. And thank you. So what I'm talking about with my clients is like right now I have my 4 main clients, and eventually, I'm going to, in order for me to be able to up level what I'm doing and how much I'm earning, I'm going to have to probably like shift. Like I have, this one client, he doesn't pay me anywhere near what like my other ones are paying me. I've had him for the longest. I really like him though. Like I really just like him so much, and I feel like what I'm doing for him is like, I don't know, I could charge him more. I'm probably going to talk about that with him, but for whatever reason I haven't bothered. I have the other clients, and ultimately what I'm doing for him is not the work that's going to be the work that I'm going to really like earn more money with. So that's probably also why. Thank you. It is a busy and very blessed life, and what I'm trying to learn how to do is to have more of an intentional plan and more focused, and allow myself to, it's funny because I was in a corporate world for so long. And you'll subscribe and leave a like. Thank you so much, Opening the Matrix. And also you, what a world. Let me drink some water. One sec. Remember, guys, I ignore, yeet, and delete. So I don't even give them a chance to, sometimes, unfortunately, if I'm talking, the comment goes by. And, why? You just my Instagram? I'm not sure I understand. Jalen Palmer. So Anyway, like this morning, I was like, I'm gonna get on for 20 minutes, and then I ended up being on for an hour. I've been on for 35 minutes now. I kind of wanted to start it and let you just found my channel. You like my energy and my perspective. Thank you. And hello, feet. Do I have social? Yes. Everything I have is Cat Love Dreaming Peach. Although, actually, no, that's not completely true. Patreon is Cat Love Dreaming Peach. TikTok is Cat Love Dreaming Peach. Am I saying that right? Yeah. My website is catlovedreamingpeach.com. And my other YouTube channel is merch. My other YouTube channel is cat dancing and stretching. This is not a country flag. This is a trans all-inclusive flag. LGBTQ plus. This is the I. This is intersex. This is trans. This is all people of color, all genders, all sexualities, and so I read the description, guys, okay? Hold on. So, see, when I try to look at the chat too much, then I get distracted, and then the video is not that great because I'm not paying attention to what I'm trying to say, and I get distracted. You're intersex? Well, welcome to the world where you're welcome here, and you're safe here, and thank you for wishing me a blessed evening, Kate Smith. Same to you. So, if you are here because you're just looking for a cool, mellow, chill place to hang out, and you enjoy a creator who has zero tolerance for those motherfuckers, then please don't forget to hit subscribe. The more subscribers that I have, and the more people like my videos, and the more people share them and interact, the more people who are like-minded individuals. My kids are laughing really loud. And the more that I can, like Fishing Queen, she was a moderator the other day, and thank you for staying. I hope you hit like, I hope you share the video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that when I go live or share a edited video that I've recorded. Yeah, you love to hear the happy household. Well, just wait a minute, they might start yelling. Then I know that, I guess that some people do like moderation, they volunteer, but I feel really weird about people working for free. It's like it goes against what I mean, volunteering is a real thing, I get that, but I don't know, I also feel like I don't work for free. I mean, I have volunteered, so I don't know, it's something I'd have to think about, but it will, if and when my channel starts to grow and I start to get more viewers in a live stream, it really will be helpful to have a moderator. I know that there is a I think Nightbot is a bot. It's not a real person. I don't know how you use that though. But anyway, so today was somewhat successful. Thank you. Right, it's no pressure because, on the one hand, I'm not asking anybody to moderate for free. What I'm saying is that it feels weird to me, the idea that people do that, but then I'm saying, but people do things, people volunteer for things. But then at the other time, on the other side of it, I don't really like the idea of somebody having control over my chat, but at the same time, it was helpful the other day. It was mostly helpful with Fishing Queen, but then she started, I mean, she apologized after, but like she started to try to like reason with certain people. And like I said, I ignore, yeet, and delete. I just don't have any tolerance, and I don't have time for that, and I'm not here for that. I'm not here to debate people. I'm not asking people to moderate. I'm saying I want to be in charge, but at the same time it's difficult to look at the chat, read the chat, and then at the same time try to, get into the flow of what I'm saying. I'm not going to make anybody a moderator tonight, because again, like, I'm the one who's making the rules and the one who's deciding that it's my space. Right. Of course, though, they do have to abide by my rules. And, like I said, Fishing Queen was incredibly helpful. And when, she was trying to, like I said, I don't believe in making people who are intentionally hateful feel at home or comfortable. Or, like, there's just no space for that in my life. And this is a part of my life. And I'm sharing parts of me. Some abusive people have, well, thank you. If and when I need a moderator, at some point I'll ask. And, I would rather get a moderator that I could pay some amount. And so if I'm not making any money on a video, it doesn't make sense to pay somebody to help me on that video when I'm not making any money. And like I said, technically right now, I have work I could do. I could be doing work right now where I'd be getting paid, but I'm going to put it off till tomorrow because I'm not interested in your resume. Thank you. I literally just said that. I'm not in a position to pay anybody. I'm not in a position where I feel that I want to take like volunteer free work. And so, I'm going to stick with, I'm moderating. I do have an email. I mean, if you want, if you're interested in hiring me as an insight coach, if you like the insights that I share, if you like the way that I navigate the boundaries for my stream, and you feel like that's something that you would like to learn how to do in your own life, because it's not just about the stream, it's about, the boundaries that I have in my life. Like, certain people are just not welcome. They're not welcome into my life. They are not welcome in my space. They're not welcome in this is a personal sharing, stream of consciousness, off the cuff consciousness, talking about how to think about yourself in practical little things. Like, so to get back to the point, I want to utilize my day so that I am being the most productive and getting the paid clients' work done between the 9 to 5. And a part of me fought against that a lot because for 30 some years I worked, well, I don't know if it was 30 years, 20 some years, I was working in very corporate America. And I always wanted to work for these like Fortune 500 companies that had international offices, because I thought one day, thank you, Dan, that to say I'm so pretty, I thought maybe I would go somewhere in Europe and work and live, and I didn't end up doing that. I did live in Chicago, I did live in California and work in downtown LA. I did live in many different places, many different areas. I've traveled and done a lot of stuff. And ultimately, I want to live here where I'm at. And I definitely am curating my space, like, it's interesting, even on comments, like somebody will start to act nice and they act like they want to be a part of your space and they want to volunteer and be nice, but then if you don't say yes, then all of a sudden they want to be rude. So You know, I made it clear I'm not looking for any volunteers to moderate my space. I said if and when that's something I ever would do, then I would consider that. But if somebody wants to snap and be rude because I don't immediately let you have control over my chat, I mean, that's a pretty big deal to let someone be able to control your chat. That's a huge leap of faith. And I literally don't even know who you are. I have no idea your intentions or anything like that. You know, Fishing Queen, I've seen her a few times, and it felt weird to let her have that. And I think she might still be set as a moderator, but you know, it's a big deal to let somebody moderate on your YouTube channel. So if I'm making it clear that I'm not asking for you to do that and you volunteered and I said no thank you, then, you know, what the heck? So, you know, like I said, you've got on a live, me being the moderator, I'm going to pause here and there to see, yeah, I am an intentional queen, and I think it's super important to moderate your life, like the space that you have in your life. So that's what I'm talking about right now, that my intention is to take the things that I wanted to accomplish, take the blocks, the mental blocks that I had. So that's what I was saying. I was working in corporate for so many years, and then I just got so fed up with it that even the idea of working 9 to 5, even if it was for myself in the house, made me, I don't know, I guess feel caged in somehow. And so, well, the reason I'm giving a whole paragraph is because I mentioned it and then I was trying to move on, but then I saw comments, and so I was trying to be responsive and explain why I'm not looking for a moderator. Thank you for offering your services, and, you know, if and when I ever need it, but I don't need you to turn around and be rude, okay? So, yeah, like the 9 to 5 give the ick, but at the same time, what is starting to happen, like with any coping mechanism, it's helping you in the moment when that coping mechanism becomes a thing. It might be helping you get through something, but then it starts to become the thing that holds you back and actually hurts you. So, well, thank you, Kevin, sort of. Okay, of course moderation is serious. You know, you go have a live stream on your own chat and do whatever the hell you want. Okay? All right. I don't know what you are, but you're annoying, so I'm going to pause you because I don't really I don't know what you're saying. So, drink your water. So, in order for me to feel at the end of the day that I'm more satisfied with what I've done, hold on, I'm going to do another quick pause. So, so it's so important that we have our goals and that we become intentional. Hi, Bilotti. It's so intentional. It's so important that we become intentional. It's so important that we allow ourselves to not to just get up every day and to do the same old thing, and just because it's what we've always done, or just because it's what we've always known. And like people say, staying in your comfort zone and not allowing yourself to grow. And most people don't want to grow. That's why there's such a huge influx of people who jump into a live like this, and you can read the title, you can read the description. It's very clear and obvious what it's about. You can rewind to the beginning. There's so many ways that a person could invest that 60 seconds, that 2 minutes, that 3 minutes to learn a little bit of something. There's a different kind of mindset in a person who wants to be included because they want to learn and they want to up level and they want to grow, versus somebody who wants to be included just to create hate, to spread hate, to make other people feel bad, to try to make themselves feel somehow superior to others because you weirdo creep, you don't approve of other people living their lives the way that they want to, and they're supposed to like welcome you into the space, you know? Hi, Fishing Queen. I was talking about you. So I am talking about my day and how I am working on each day up leveling a little bit. And like I'm really starting to try to allow myself to be much more intentional about working in the 9 to 5 area, the 9 to 5 time of the day, Monday through Friday. You know, and I've shifted. So like I was saying, I was working in corporate for many years, decades. And then Fishing Queen, what did you miss is that I'm trying to get into the flow of things, but then I'm getting distracted as I'm trying to yeet and delete. So ignore yeet and delete. And that's what I'm doing. But I was also saying that, you know, I know some people volunteer. You can't hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? I know some people volunteer. Bring you a little closer. Well, it's not just about listening to the trolls. It's about the fact that I don't want them here. So there's like a balance between cleaning out the garbage. Like I said yesterday, or maybe it was this morning. It's kind of like I'm walking through the street of this live stream that I'm creating. Yeah. And you hear me better? Okay. And, you know, I keep seeing little piles of shit. And I don't want to just keep stepping around the shit. You know, I want to like yeet and delete that shit out of here. And I don't want the shit to get on the other people here. But there's a lot of shit. That's true in our lives. You know, lots of shit gets flung at us. Equanimity is about learning to not get so distracted by the shit. And thank you, Fishing Queen. You know, so I was saying, like, I'd like to be able to pay a moderator to help me, but like the video's not making any money. The video's making 2 cents, so I'd have to give you like 1 penny. But hopefully eventually, like, I'm going to start, you know, doing more of these, because like I said, I'm going to be more intentional with my day. And what I was saying was that at one point I was very strict with myself, and I was thinking I'm going to drink water and hopefully I won't choke. So, I'm trying to stay focused. So, you know, I was like, I'm going to get out of the corporate world. I'm not going to work 9 to 5. And then I was like in retail, and it wasn't 9 to 5 at all. And then I stopped working in retail. I worked at a vegan restaurant, and I worked at the flower shop, and I did the vegan restaurant for 2 years, but then it closed down in 2021. Oh gosh, oh, I'm so sorry about that. Well, wait, how would you get it again so fast? That doesn't sound, oh, I think you said you had some health issues. Well, you just take care of yourself and you rest, and you know, get a hot pad or something, and How did I come up with my name? Well, I have a whole long video about it, but I'll tell you the short version. So I originally started out as the Lovely Opinionated Vegan Evolution, LOVE. Lovely Opinionated Vegan Evolution. I have a blog which is livingpeach.com, and it was originally Lovely Opinionated Vegan .blogspot.com, and then at some point I was like, that is so long. Oh yeah, that sucks. Endo and PCOS. Well, you gotta drink a lot of water. Oh, Westbrick, let me just say your name. Well, you rest, and hopefully I won't be here for too much longer, but I've been yeeting and deleting. Hello, Marcus Nathan, how are you? Well, I think it was a full moon yesterday, so that could be part of it. So, Lovely Opinionated Vegan Evolution, and then let's see, I'm trying to stay on the thought part. That's my kids, by the way, playing their bass. Thank you, Westbrick. Aren't they pretty? Okay, so I wanted something that was pithy and catchy, and that, it was just easier to say and easier to spell, because when I would try to tell people my blog, I was like, Lovely Opinionated Vegan Evolution, and it just took a long time to say and stuff. So I started to write down things that matter to me, and I came up with I love living. So PEACH actually is an acronym for PEACH is purpose. P is for purpose. Hold on, let me see. I'll write it down. I want to write it down backwards. So I wrote down words that matter to me as I was trying to, get more purposeful about my name. The lovely Opinionated Vegan Evolution. Hi, Taco Bell. Okay. I know, these comments like, woo, chow. But at the same time, I've been getting some new subscribers, so it's like a give and take. It's a pro and a con, because a lot of people are jumping into this live stream. A lot of people are jumping out of the live stream. And at the same time, I am also yeeting, ignore, yeet, and delete a bunch of people. And, anybody that Fishing Queen can yeet and delete, that's awesome. But I'm getting shit off my chest. I'm sharing something with people who might be enjoying it. Those who don't enjoy it, get the fuck out. Thank you, Fishing Queen. And, so let's see. So it was purpose, energy, I'm writing backwards. Oops, I'm trying. Action, chakras, and heart. So, thank you. Okay, so what PEACH actually stands for is living on purpose, living on purpose, living on my purpose, aligning my energy, my actions, my chakras, and my heart. And thank you, Fishing Queen. And making sure that, the work that I do has some connection to those things: my purpose, my energy, my actions, my chakras, my heart, the way I eat, the clothes that I wear, the things that I do for entertainment, the movies that I watch, the places that I go, the people that I hang out with. Thank you, Westbrook. I really appreciate that. So that's what, okay, so like I was saying, I had the blog, and then I changed it to Living Peach, living aligned with all those things. And then I had my YouTube channel. I think it was Living Peach. And then, and I was dancing and stretching there. And then I thought, you know what? I should have a second channel for all the talking videos, because I have dancing and I have stretching and then I have talking, and I feel like it could be a totally different audience. So let me split the channels into two intentionally. So thank you, Westbrook. So that, you know, people who want to see me dancing and stretching can go over there, and if they also want to hear me talking, they can do that. And if people who want to hear me talking want to sub and be part of it, and you are curious about me dancing and stretching, you can go over there. And then I had gotten monetized on the other channel, but then I got demonetized. Flare-ups, that's really bad. And try to drink some tea and eat some soup, and, you know, lots of fruits and veggies and water, and rest and self-massage, especially wherever it aches. And maybe, hopefully, you know, if somebody there will help massage you. You want to massage your neck and your you know, your back and your feet and your thighs, like all of it, but you could do some of that for yourself. Yep, thank you, Cat Dancing and Stretching. I don't know if it's and spelled out, or I think, let me see, I think it's an N. Let me double check. I'm looking on my computer over here so I can look my other channel up, because I literally forgot a little bit. It's Cat Dancing and Stretching. I haven't posted over there in so long because, like I said, so it got demonetized because I guess people were leaving nasty comments. And yeah, it's Cat Dancing and Stretching with an N. People were leaving nasty comments, and so they said that, you know, it was not something that I could keep going. So anyway, so it's still there. I still have like 4,000 subs over there, but I don't post over there because, you know, I do work for free over here in the sense that I don't get paid for it. But, I mean, I am monetized. You know, I have gotten a couple of dollars, and, you know, Trumpers, you got to get out. But, you know, I feel like I have made it explicitly clear. So, yeah, I mean, it's not just the comments. It's like they felt, I mean, it's crazy because I was dancing and stretching in my living room, but fully clothed, wearing like a t-shirt like this, sweatpants, not in any way boobs out or ass out or anything like that. And, you know, it says I can't monetize it because people could use it for sexual gratification, even though that's literally not the point. And, you know, I felt like it was very, kind of felt discriminated against because there's tons of yoga channels and all kinds of stuff. And, but whatever, you know, there's nothing, yeah, it's very, very tame, you know, nothing I can do about it. So just moved on with that. And then back to what I was saying about now I'm at the point where, so I had been devoting so much time to this channel, and then I realized, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I tell myself that, oh, I'm the CEO, I'm my own boss, and thank you for agreeing. And yeah, I made this decision, like, I'm only going to work for those paid clients Monday through Friday, but then, you know, after Monday through Friday, like 9 to 5, and then after hours on the weekday and late all weekend, I would probably sometimes spend 40, 50 hours a week just working on a video about a true crime thing, recording, and like, oh my God, I was doing deep dives and all kinds of stuff just for my own interest. But then I realized, well, this is interesting. I'm learning how to edit videos and do all this stuff, but I'm not getting paid, and I'm hurting myself because I could be working for clients. Like, if I'm gonna work that late, I might as well fucking get paid. And so I started to do that. I started to open up what I would allow myself to do when. You love my lamp? Thank you. It's actually really old. The flag of motherfucker, you are yeeted. You're yeeted so fast that you're gone before I even finish saying the word yeet. That is how fast I yeeted that bitch. He was yeeted before I even finished the word yeet. I have accepted that you're yeeted as well. It's like a sport for me because it's just fun. Brings me a little bit of glee. So anyways, and anywho's, you know, so I have been, and whatnots, I have been pretty much like happy with the freedom. So I was working at the flower shop. Thank you, Artie. Hi, I love your painted nails and your flags. So when I was working at the flower shop, I really started to realize how much I want to work from home. And then in order for me to be able to work from home, I really had to allow myself to tap back into the skills that I had acquired in the corporate world. And, you know, it's been this intense push and pull with myself. Being fluffy is the best. I mean, I'm pretty fucking fluffy right now. I'm trying to de-fluffify, but, you know, in a healthy way, so it's going to take a while. And again, I'm trying to increase my health. I want to feel good about myself. And, you know, it's not about being a specific number on a scale for me. It's about being healthy and feeling good in my clothes and in my body. I am single and very single. Single because I'm perfect. Thank you. Well, if you go look at Cat dancing and stretching, you can see just a handful of years ago, I looked a lot different. But it's okay. It's all good. You know, I hadn't had a car for 4 years. I had to walk everywhere. I was making a lot more of my own stuff from scratch. And again, those are my kids. That's my son playing his guitar back there. And now I started eating a lot more processed stuff, prepackaged things. There's more oil in it and stuff. And, you know, driving everywhere instead of walking everywhere, and being at home, working from home, sitting at a desk instead of being in a flower shop where I was literally filling buckets with water, carrying those around, huge boxes with 50, I can't remember if it was 50 roses or 100 roses per box, but it was big as fuck. It was heavy, huge, long, and to sit there dethorning them for hours. I mean, it was so fun. One thing that I truly, I look the same. No, that's sweet. Thank you. No, it's not about being perfect, and it's not, you know, for me, it's, you know, I've always been like, I'm natural only because it's what the fuck feels right to me, you know. It's like one of, oh, absolutely, I will get it out of our face because you're gross. Like I said, I'm fast as flash, motherfucker. Boom, boom, bing, 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 black a bitch, blackity, bitch. Bam, 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 bam. You know, I really don't like video games. I'm not a video game person. I was fucking playing Atari and shit when I was little, but I didn't like it even then. And, yeah, I mean, I like to be natural just because that's just what's natural to me, not because I think that, I don't think that, it's not something that I think, like, I am not about telling other people what to do, you know? And I'm not about trying to change people's minds. I'm not about trying to convert you to veganism. I'm not trying to convert you to be Buddhist. I'm not trying to make you think the way I think or believe the way I think. I share my insight, my thoughts, my perspective, my experiences. And if it's helpful to somebody, then they will find it and it will be helpful, and that'll be great. And okay, no, we don't give them a chance. No chance. You don't get a chance. So, but you know, it doesn't mean that, like, so like, that's what I was saying. When I was young, I always liked to just wear like boys jeans, baggy t-shirts, my hair just kind of like this, like just wash and go, and just, you know, barely put a comb through it. I mean, I never thought about plucking my eyebrows or plucking my... Not everybody deserves a chance. That's some bullshit. We don't have time for that, okay? There are 8 billion motherfuckers out here, and I do not have time to give them all a fucking chance. You have a chance to read the description, and, you know, if you are not vibing with the tribe here, then fucking go. Ain't nobody got time for everybody. A chance for what? Right, like, I'm not giving you a chance to fuck up my vibe. You're gonna go eat donuts, yum. So, are they vegan? You got it, fishing. I was just about to get it. That's not my mic. That's cute if you thought that that's my mic. Okay. So shall you be yeeted lyrical cereal or not? So, you know, the way that you think about yourself, like that's what I'm saying. I wanted to be a florist. I wanted to be in this creative environment. I wanted to create, and then I got into it and I was like, this is some no chances. All right. I really wanted to explore my creativity, and then I started to work as a florist, and I was like, this is a grueling, physically demanding, really fucking exhausting. You get ripped up by the thorns. You got me, thank you. It's heavy. You got to put bleach in the buckets. I mean, there's just so much to, you know, the behind the scenes in being a florist. That's not glamorous, and, you know, not just putting little beautiful flowers in a you're 6'7". Wow, is that for real? That's amazing. Hold on, my kid is coming. Please hold. Hello, thank you for your patience. My son is over here and I'm trying to help him figure out how to print something. Anyway, guys, I thank you so much. Now there's like 27 people in here. So, Fishing Queen, did I miss any? Oh, I saw, that was freaking funny. I saw your comment about you're not 6'7", you're 5'6". I was like, damn, you're tall. Oh, that's funny, Fishing Queen, because you said your wrong height number actually just happens to be that weird, like, annoying thing that like teenagers are saying. So let me see. Oh, you yeeted them. It is kind of fun having a moderator. You're gonna have to email me your, like, your Zelle or your Venmo or something, so so I can send you something. Because, you know, I really appreciate it. Yeah, there he goes again. Is it working?
I don't see a print option.
You don't see the option? You don't see, did you try to print it? You love my authority. Thank you.
Well, I don't see the option to print, so.
All right, hold on. I have to help my kids, so I'm gonna put you back on my be right back screen, and actually I'm gonna start it back at the beginning. Well, I'll start it where it says be right back. Okay, thank you so much. I'll be back. And I'm back. Okay, trying to get him to print something. Okay, go get him. What did I miss? Oh, I missed that this guy has to go. Boop. Anyway, guys, it's pretty late now. It's 9:05 p.m.
How did it do that?
Let's see. There's 15. It's too big. Did you?
No, it's fine. Smudged it somehow.
If you have to ask that question, then you probably need to be yeeted. Okay. You know, the thing about people who respect the LGBTQ plus community is that one way of respecting people is by not abruptly asking them to tell you their private business that is literally none of your business. How is it your business? Like if you're trying to date somebody, then I could see you asking them on a date, and then they might tell you like, no thank you, but yeah, thank you. Like, in what circumstance is it appropriate for somebody to go up to another person and ask them about their sexual identity? You know, if you want to ask somebody on a date, you're interested in them, and you want to ask them if they're in a relationship, or like I said, you can ask them, you know, hey, I don't know, I'm not going to give you a line, but you know, whatever it is, if you want to ask somebody something. But what does that have to do with their genitals? It's none of your business what genitals somebody has. It's none of your business who and how and what they love, like which way they love, unless you're going to I'm sorry, I'm trying to see what this person is saying, which it looks like it doesn't matter. So what I'm trying to say is that people who respect LGBTQ plus, as well as, you know, straight people, it's creepy to just blob out like, what kind of sex do you like? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's none of your business. It's so creepy. The fact, like, asking somebody that makes it clear you're not safe. You're not respectful. You're not mature. You are just trying to, like, immediately asking somebody some incredibly personal, private business is fucking gross. Thank you, Fishing Queen. I appreciate you so much. So, exactly. It has absolutely none of your business what's underneath somebody's clothing, unless you are going to be intimate with them. And if and when it's time for you to be intimate with them, then, you know, that's when it might make sense. But even then, it's kind of like, if you're at the point where you're about to be sexually intimate with somebody, I'd like to imagine that you've had a few conversations with them and that, you know, you got to know them a little bit. Again, people do whatever the hell they want to do. I control music. And I'm not here to tell you what to do and how to do it. But what I can say is that if somebody comes out the gate with, are you gay? Are you lesbian? Are you trans? They are not being respectful. They don't care about that answer in a way that's healthy or positive. They're just like trying to call out something that it's so private. It's like, would you walk up to somebody and just yank their shirt or their skirt up or pull their pants down? Like that's what it's giving. It's giving grape mentality. It's giving, how do you, like, who the fuck are you that you think you're entitled to know that about somebody? I can say ignore, yeet, and delete is what I can say. Oh, you know what's interesting? My son told me, he said that I was telling him about my ignore, yeet, and delete, and he said, that's a DNI. I said, what's a DNI? He said, do not engage. He said, that's like, I guess, I know you're joking about that. Hold on, let me see if that's even true. I don't even like him, but I feel sad if that's true. That's not true. All right, so if you just want to be disruptive, then you can go. So, anyway, so, are you trans? Yeah, it's like, again, you know, it's like the idea that men and women inherently are so different, and that, first of all, if somebody thinks I look like a man and they want to, like, they're trying to insult me by saying that to me, that means that you're just fucking stupid. Because, just like somebody, like, when people would call my kids a boy, I mean, when people would say, oh, she's a girl or whatever, because they both have long hair, I would say, they're not a girl, they're a boy. And they'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I would say, it's not an insult. We are unbothered. Like, there are boys with long hair, and, you know, they exist. So, you know, maybe don't just assume. However, it's not an insult. It's like, I look like my dad. And, you know, I don't have the beard that he had, but, you know, I'm not as tall as he was. My hands aren't as big as his, but I look like him. So if somebody thinks I look like a man, I mean, it's just so stupid. It's so ignorant. It's all about, like, trying to create division and hatred, again, over the fact that you want to be all up in somebody's genitals that are not your business. Like, to me, people who are like that are so creepy. And it's not even borderline sexual abuse. It is sexual abuse, because you are talking about somebody's private areas that is none of your business in a public forum or a public way. And to me, those are the creeps. They want to say that, you know, people who like to express themselves with different pieces of fabric or makeup or whatever, or however they live their life, or however they want to, you know, what they want to do in the world, and they get so upset about it. But you're literally talking about people's private business. You're the pervert, you know. It's the Darvo, the deny, attack, reverse, offender, victim, reverse victim and offender. And if I didn't answer your question, then it was probably not relevant. Maybe it was immature. Maybe it could be easily answered by looking in the description, rewinding a little bit, or you know, it might not be relevant. And if it seems rude or disruptive, then you'll be yeeted. So, like this one. So anyway, back to the original topic that I was talking about, which is realigning the way I think about my day or my time, my clients, when I will work for who and when I'll do what, and what, you know, what I want to work on each day, each night. And, you know, like right now, I am doing this right now. It's been 86 minutes. I felt the desire to speak, to share some thoughts, to get in the zone, to focus more, because like I was saying, today I did not get as much done during the day that I really wanted to. And so tomorrow I am going to be more intentional. I'm going to get off this in a minute. I'm going to go finish eating something. I'm going to make sure me and my kids finish up what we need to do for the night and head to bed. Oh, don't be bruised. Get up early and get on all my long list. I have a long list of to-dos, and then I'm going to go have dinner with my sister and at her house with my kids and her kids and my mom, and that'll be fun and that'll be nice. But that also means that I have a hard cutoff. Hello, Junior Garza. And instead of being able to just hang out and work late or do this, you know, I'll know, like, okay, I have to, you know, by 5 o'clock I got to be ready to go get my kids. Well, actually not by 5 o'clock, by like 4:15 I'll have to go get my son. He'll be done with what he's doing, and then I'll go get my other son, and then I'll have to go to my sister's house and be there for a couple hours and come home, and that won't have time to work late. So tomorrow I have to get a huge chunk of stuff done. I have to be like proactive and intentional about it, and think about it the night before, so that in the morning I know exactly what is on my plate and what I need to accomplish, and you know, be proud of myself for how far I've come. And yep, family time, exactly, you know, allowing myself to take those breaks and be with the people that I love and invest in the most important part of life, which is relationships, you know, in real life relationships, as well as, you know, being able to support my children and I. But I really need to figure out some balance. So the desire to make videos and the desire to not work and the desire to earn a lot of money and to be healthy and wealthy and all the things, I got to figure it all out, and that's what I'm doing bit by bit. So if you liked this live stream and you feel comfortable here and you feel like this is a kind of place that you'd like to hang out, I am planning on doing more of these off the cuff, kind of work through whatever I'm going through, interact a little bit with the chat, ignore, yeet, and delete some people, and gain some subscribers along the way, share some insights, maybe learn a thing or two from you, and then come back the next time. So I don't know, I'll probably tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to drop my kids off at school, and then I'm going to have to not jump on a live and talk for an hour, but get hyper focused and work on my work, and make sure I do enough so that by the time I have to go out, I've gotten a big chunk of the day, a big chunk of the progress done on my to-do list. Mr. Possessive said, we enjoyed you so much tonight, Queen. Blue Heart, have a beautiful night, all of you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. You just subscribed. Thank you, Jeff. I am about to pop out, so I will wait for another minute. Anybody has anything else they want to say, share, add to the group? Oh, I gotta stretch. Oh my God. Oh, I really gotta get out of this chair. All right, guys, thank you so much. And those of you who have just popped in, please go back and rewind, repeat, listen again and again. Hopefully there's some helpful nuggets for you. Hi, how are you? I am great, and I am just about to pop out. So if you enjoy the vibe and you want to be part of the tribe and you like what I have to say and how I say it, please rewind, listen to the video. It's about 91 minutes long. See you in the next one. You can also check out my website, catlovedreamingpeach.com. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can subscribe to my Patreon, which is also Cat Love Dreaming Peach, and TikTok. And I will see you in the next one. And we out.